by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bones bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Satan, that star-spangled banner yet waving for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Evening, race fans. Welcome to Phoenix Raceway for the GameWorks 100 lap Phoenix race number 5 on the schedule. It's JC and Brad Taz Becker in the booth tonight for the Checkered Flag Network. Brad, what do you expect to go on here tonight?
Well, I'm going to be greedy and I'm going to say I'm looking for a repeat of last week. I'd love to see another Taz Motorsports car put it up in the top spot. But as of right now, here in practice, it doesn't look like that could happen. William E. Moore put down a blistering lap. But other than that, it's going to be pretty racy here. We're going to see guys slicing and dicing each other through the dogleg. And we're going to see cars getting real tight going into turn 1. And cars snapping loose coming off of 4. So these guys will be on their heels the whole night.
Yeah, whenever we come to Phoenix, it always seems to be, and we've been here quite a bit lately in the last month, always seems like the open dogleg catches a guy or two off guard at some point in the race. And it's always interesting whenever they start mixing it up in the dogleg, and we're watching Shepard here taking his lap. And if you haven't seen many laps here at Phoenix, he's just now hit the flag stand, and he's going to dip down here at 1 where it gets real tight. But there's a lot of room, and then you're going to see him dip into what is the open dogleg, where you shoot down below the yellow line there, and there's no penalties for that, and you can pick up a lot of speed doing that. He really rode it around there deep. He won't ride it around that deep normally. See him loop it up there in front of Womack. Kind of disappointing this week that last week's winner, Philip Martin, had some family obligations and wasn't able to make it tonight. But looks like Justin Grosser hopped aboard with Taz Motorsports to kind of fill his spot.
Yeah, it was a last-second team decision. You know, they were all giving me a hard time. Who you gonna put in? Who you gonna put in? And I'm like, this is a team deal. You guys throw a couple guys out, and we'll talk it over. Oddly enough, Justin was the first one thrown up. He was the first one to get back to me, so we threw him in a car, and here he is.
GameWorks Races here is brought to you by Abruzzi Racewear, and stand by for a word from Abruzzi.
Have you ever desired to show off something you created, like we'll say in racing, or in this case even sim racing? While on the track, simulator, hauling close to the ground in a cart, Abruzzi Raceware has you covered. If you've ever needed to promote your team logo, name, colors, or just feeling a bit more confident in your sim rig, Abruzzi Raceware is your answer. Team shirts, jackets, and even hats, they go the extra mile. Custom race shoes to gloves and even kart suits, Abruzzi has the supplies to fit your needs. Customizable from team names to colors, and yes, you can even have your own name embroidered just the way you want it. In sim racing, they give you the comfort and feel of being strapped into a cockpit to bring the experience closer to the way you desire it. Their range of sim apparel has been created to not only meet and exceed the highest levels of comfort and quality, but also to enable you to make it yours. To add your personality, take a look today at AbruzziUSA.com to see the lineup and what they have to offer. AbruzziUSA.com, with customization at heart, your wear, your way.
Alright, back live. There's a word from Abruzzi. Your wear, your way. Check them out on Facebook, Abruzzi USA. Get their link and check out their apparel. They've got it for sim wear, they got it for real wear, they got it for whatever you want to wear.
The question, though, is do they have it for night wear?
They probably do.
I'm going to have to hit them up and see if they got some Abruzzi PJs.
They very well could. I mean, almost weekly when you hop on there, they got new stuff coming on. It's constant. I think we're gonna. Nobody's sitting at the end of pit road. Nobody's jumping on taking them first laps. Some guys like to maybe see what
Bounce yourself back up to live, buddy.
Oh. There we go. I'm good at that.
I won't pick on you too bad.
That's alright. So, we got Ryan Johnson, who's been competitive here. He's looped it around. Let's find somebody who didn't loop it around. Yeah, there's Dustin Shepard in the 89. Come to the start-finish line, take his lap, as we have actually some cars already finishing up, and JP drops to 26.8. Shepard threw that dog leg we talked about in pre-race. Off into 4. Kind of gets loose on him there, he collects it up, and he'll finish his lap, and he puts it in 3rd with that lap. We'll hop on board with him here this next lap. The gyro can. You see through the dog leg. Through 3. Coming into 4. And here, burping that throttle to stay off the wall, and he's going to lay down another lap here. And that'll finish him up. And he finishes with a 26.850. It's like William Moore kept his hot streak going after practice, and he jumped up in that top spot just ahead of Gary Sexton at this point. Judd Danielson and the 85 Abruzzi cars hitting the track now. Three and 4, getting ready to come off 4 and take the green flag for his. I'm showing his first lap, so kind of hung out, waited to see what the other guys is laying down and what he has to, what he's up against. I take that back. That was his first lap. He's on his second lap right now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's going to be throwing that second lap away. Like I was saying earlier, car got super tight going into 1, and that ruined it all.
Some guys choose not to qualify in these A cars. They kind of let the race come to them, kind of run their own thing, and then sometimes they finish off good. I'm showing a couple cars not taking times of right now. They still have about a minute, seconds to do.
Yeah, AJ Bersetti, who hasn't won out, he was pretty quick in practice, so shocked he didn't go out there and qualify. Mark Dingman, he's always pretty fast, and one of our top 5 cars, always battling there. He's holding back tonight. And Nicholas Sacco, who I believe he led almost the most laps last week, and he hasn't put in a time yet either.
Nicholas still on pit road. AJ's on pit road, and they're not going to have enough time to lay down a lap here. So that's going to set up starting top 10. So we're getting ready to roll over here and get this 100-lap race going. And I've been looking forward to it all week. Especially after last week's connection issues, we got it under control today. So William Moore, fastest in practice in that 21 car, and he's going to pace the field here in that Ford Mustang. It looks like we got a couple Fords up there in the top 5. And here we go, we roll off.
As they roll off, I'll take you through the starting grid. We got William E. Moore starting on the pole. Gary Sexton to the outside of him in row 1. Justin the Jet Penniel's going to start 3rd, with Jesse No Black Womack starting 4th. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson 5th. Dustin the Goat Shepherd 6th. Carson Bowers 7th. Vern Woodard 8th. Justin Grosser 9th. Judd Danielson's 10th. Ray Richer 11th. Dave Downey 12th. Nicholas Sacco will be 13th. AJ Brissetti will be 14th. And Mark Dingman will be 15th.
Yeah, we're green here on lap 1. As Sexton in that 13 jumps to the outside, and he gets a big old run out there on top of the 21 and more. It looks like he's going to take the lead here coming out of Ford, lead lap 1 tonight. What a massive run he had down the backstretch to be able to do that on fresh tires to boot. See, Womack almost slides up into 36 in the middle of 3 and 4, and they was able to keep him straight.
Yeah, going down there in turn 1, those 3 right there, the Taz Motorsports guys, they almost wrecked each other, so.
These tires are slick for about your first 6 laps, and they start coming in pretty good. And they're a handful. As Gary Sexton is going to lead himself another lap in that Abruzzi number 13 car. William Moore, your pole sitter, staying in 2nd. JP in that 60 Taz Motorsports is in 3rd. The teammate Ryan Johnson behind him. Carson Bowers, who we've seen had some good runs in the series, in that 5th spot. And our California winner, Judd Danielson, sitting in 6th. 13's running a nice smooth line as we got a little bit of action here picking up for the third spot. Kind of weird tonight how some people are electing not to run down in that dog leg. I've seen multiple cars not go down there.
Yeah, I was talking to my drivers a little bit this week, and they were practicing, and they said they felt like they were quicker without going down there. Oh, and no Black Womack spun out right after the start-finish line.
The caution number 1 out on the speedway for Jesse Womack. Coming off of 4, we talked about how these cars can get kind of loose or tight, all depends on how you wheel it. And you'll see the rear end start snapping around. He tries to collect it back up, unable to, makes contact with the inside wall, and he'd go get that thing fixed, get back out there. They do have one quick repair, so whether he chooses to use it this early or not, it's going to be on him.
Well, knowing Womack, he'll probably feel it out here under caution, see if the car's pulling or anything. If it's not, I think he'll hold on to that till later on.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see a full slate of pit stops here. Kind of surprising, 7 in, but why not?
17's chose to stay out. So that'll move Dave Downey all the way up to the top spot. Now we'll see if this is a little bit of pit strategy there by Dave. He may be coming down next time just to be able to see his pit stall better.
It's like everybody made it into their stalls clean. Try to get a focus on Womack here, see if we can tell what he's got going on. Looks like he's gonna. Looks like everybody took 4. I don't think anybody played a 2-tire game. Womack's got his 4 tires on, and I think he's gonna elect to hold on to that quick repair. Save it for later in the race. He's gonna do some. His crew's gonna do some work on his car right now. Probably a wise decision.
And Dave Downey didn't come down, so he's taking the track position.
Yeah, Dave Downey stays out. He started 12th and took track position, and he's going to restart this field here. So we're doubled up, and we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, pace lights are already off. Caution laps are not going to be bunched up. I mean, they're going to be getting right back to green right away.
Pace car's going to tuck off here, and we're going to go green on lap 10 of 100 with Dave Downey bringing him to the line. Everybody packed in pretty tight for this restart. Moore gets a big jump on the outside. And we'll see, 13's loose, and he's gonna...
Dave Downey's gonna get freight trained to the back.
Yeah, Gary Sexton collected it up.
Go.
He got him sliding around everywhere. Womack collected it up. Sexton got loose and he dropped way back and collected it up before he hit that inside wall. And William Moore jumped out to the lead here. Dave Downey didn't hang out too long with them old tires. They jumped right all over him. Battle heating up for the second spot. Carson Bowers is peeking the inside of JP, and now he's going to look on the outside and have to tuck back in. They go into 3. JP's got a mirror full of that 8 car. Riding along with Carson Bowers. Tries to hunt down that 60 car. Top on the gyro cam with that 20 car. He was your winner a couple weeks ago.
And Saka was strong last week too. He just fell a little bit short, and Philip Martin capitalized right at the end.
You can see Nicholas here choosing to run the very bottom of that line through the turn. He gets a big run through the dog leg. Keeping that thing pretty well on the yellow line. As we get
he held Bowers up there, and that's going to allow Tiny Horse to try to slam the door and go get it, but Bowers is going to fight back on the high side off of 1 and 2.
Well, that 20 car really goes down the dog leg pretty far. It comes up there just inside the 8. Ooh, almost catches the wall of Bowers.
You know, it's kind of funny watching this, because I know we run the street stocks here a lot, and when you throw them down there on the dog leg, you can make up a lot of ground there. But in these A-Class cars, it doesn't look like it really helps.
No, they look like they're coming pretty much back up right where they left the car to dip down into it.
Oh, and Bowers tried to throw her in deep there, but he got tight, and that's going to allow Tiny Horse to take away 4th from him.
He's fighting back on the outside. See how that works out for him. He's actually been pretty good early in this race on the outside. Still out there fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping though he doesn't burn those tires up, standing up there and driving her in hard, holding these guys off.
Yeah, kind of got a little loose there and gave the spot up. Now Grosser's on the outside of him trying to take a spot. Looks like your guys are getting ready to go 3 wide here.
Yeah, all 3 of those back there battling for that 5th spot. They're all hungry drivers. They all don't like to play foul the leaders, so... When me and Molly put this team together, we were trying to think of guys that would work together. And I mean, they do for the most part, but they're not as well as I thought they would be sometimes.
Up front, William Moore still leading. JP's right behind him, and he's half-second back. It's kind of how it's been going. The 20 car's closing in on that 60 a little bit here at a time. Carson Bowers under heat right now from Tiny Horse Johnson. Tiny Horse gets down on the bottom, and he's going to try to make the pass here. Coming out of 4, he's going to close the door and take it. like Shepard's got a little bit of a higher line, had a good run there, closed up, and then Eat got a real good bite and then jetted back ahead.
Oh, and he's gonna tag Tiny Horse. I think that was a little bit of a premature caution because Tiny Horse gathered that thing up really well. The goat gave him plenty of room to gather it back up too.
Yeah, he collected it up, but
he was past the angle of caution.
That's what we'll call it. So, caution number 2 out here on lap 24. The angle of caution.
You know, I've heard rumors of that I believe it's like 45 degrees. If you get past that point, iRacing goes, no one's gonna save that.
Yeah, we've seen it live, so let's hop on the cockpit and he can live it. Trying to collect it. He collects it back up. That's actually a heck of a save. That's a little late there. Let's jump back on again. So we're heading off into 3 here. Contact in that left quarter, and man, what a good job saving that car. These cars are hard to save once they get going. He collects it up. And we're going to have a full field of pit stops. And Womack takes that quick repair right up. Maybe found out his car was a little tight or a little loose off and wanted to stable it back up, so he uses up his quick repair. And William Morse first off pit road.
Yeah, Sacco's gonna take second away from the Jet Peniel. But I think the bigger mover out of all this was Grosser.
Yeah, he's going to come off in 5th. So he picks up a couple positions there. And Judd Danielson also picked up a couple. He's been back there patiently making his way through the field. Kind of gets a nice little boost there. There's your top 10. Moore's in 1st. Sacco in 2nd. Peniel in 3rd. Bowers 4th. Judd Danielson in that 5th spot. Take that back. Grosser's in 5th. Danielson's in 6th. 25, AJ's in 7th. Man, it's all messed up. You see it on the screen. It's bouncing around as they pace. Dingman's worked his way up into 10th. But yeah, we're already, pace lights are out and we're ready to go green already.
And Shepard, he's not even to the field yet. He's coming out of the dog leg right now.
Green flag's out.
Oh! Bowers misses the shift, jacks up the whole outside lane.
Good job of everybody avoiding that. We'll jump back on that restart here with Bowers to see what happened. And you see the pace car tuck off. See if he misses a shift or spins the tires. I'm thinking the way it looked, he did miss a shift. Yep. Just a little shift there. That happens back live as William Morse jumped out to a lead. And Grosser into 36, moving his way up to 3rd under the 60.
Yeah, he threw that car in deep to get around Peniel.
Bowers working on the back of that 60 car. He's been super fast on fresh tires. Seen the 60 there make a little contact with the outside wall, look like. Bowers is going to sneak underneath of him through the dog leg, but 60 has enough speed. He's going to keep it on his left quarter, or his right quarter.
Man, I'm up here in the blimp right now, and Womack's got his hands full tonight. Oh, Bowers tags JP, backs it up into the wall hard. Here, I was commenting on... Ooh, a little bit of teammate action there. Tiny Horse didn't like the way Bowers pulled that one off and gave him a little shot.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Vern's going for him. Well, you know.
Yeah, Bowers drove that in there a little too aggressive.
Uh-oh. JP dumps him. Well, I'm curious if I'm going to be going to the trailer tonight.
You might be, boss.
I mean, I'm getting major short track vibes here. Tempers are flaring.
Yeah, Phoenix, you know, it's one of them tracks that does carry a short track type of feel when you're out there. So everybody's going to pit. And Womack lands in his pit stall. He was coming through there pretty quick. Laid it right in there. So the 13 car Sexton looks like he's going to be the first off. And Moore's right behind him. The 20 car's third. Grosser comes out in fourth, and Vern Woodard rolls out in fifth.
Judd Daniels is going to be in that sixth spot with Tiny Horse in seventh, Ray Richer eighth, Mark Dingman, No Plaque Womack, the Jet Peniel, AJ Brissetti, Dave Downey, the GOAT Dustin Shepard, Carson Bowers. That's going to round out your field. And they're too wide and ready to go back to green.
That's one nice thing about a shorter track. You don't have to sit under caution forever. They change their tires, get their lap in, and they're ready to go right back at it. As I'm assuming the 60 car probably had a quick repair left, so he's all healed up after that contact from Bowers.
Well, pace car's dropping off. Gary Sexton fires off, gets a good jump to bring him back to the green. I thought we were going to be 3 wide for third.
Yeah, I got a little hairy there. The 20 almost gets into the back of the 21 there. Has to slide up high, and looks like Grosser's going to take that position away. He's going to fight back on the outside here. Some of these guys, that outside line just works really good for him. Let's see your 36 take the spot. They head off into 3. Got a pretty good battle going on back here for a top 10 spot. 10-year-old Shepherd battling with the 25. Try to get in that top 10. 38 laps into the event. Gary Sexton at 13 on fresh tires. He's also pretty strong. You see Grosser get loose in the dog leg as he entered it. He's going to drop a few positions because of that. Actually, he throws it back up on the track and he doesn't lose any. Man, what a good save.
Yeah, that's the advantage of the open dog leg there. You can make a mistake off of 1 and 2 and still make it work for you.
Judd Danielson's moved himself up into 5th. Started 10th. Run through the whole field here. Gary Sexton's your leader. He led 14 laps. Started on the outside pole. Moore's right behind him, your pole sitter. He led 24 laps. The 20 car Sacco started 13th, has his way worked up to 3rd. Justin Grosser started 9th. He's currently sitting in 4th. Judd Danielson started 10th. He's in 5th. Vernon Woodard in the Checker Flag Network sponsored 13 car. Started 8th. He's been sitting right around that 6th spot all night. 38 car of Ryan Johnson in a heavy battle for 7th right now. And we're going to stick right here because this looks pretty interesting going on back here.
Yeah, those three just kind of freight train Judd back going through the dry oval there. Alright, dog leg, my bad. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out there to your boy Vern Woodard in that Checkered Flag Network car. He's up there now in 5th, and he's got a pretty strong hot rod tonight.
Yeah, he's looked good all night. He had good practice times, so hopefully he can get a pretty good finish out of it. Take a peek back here, and Carson Bowers just moved up in the 12th spot in the 8 machine. So he's trying to work his way back up through.
Vern and Tiny Horse are going at it for 5th right now.
Tiny Horse gets the run on the inside here. Vern drifts a little high. That gives you a big run down the stretch here, so. Still a pretty heated battle. You know, these guys all know each other and race a lot of some league races together. Tiny Horse really hooked the apron there coming out of 4. Gets a big run, and Vern gets real tight. He's almost up into the wall there. He's going to give up 3 positions.
I don't think it helped with how deep Tiny Horse threw that car in there. I think it may have scared Vern a little bit. He thought he was going to push up into him, so he tried to get the extra room.
Yeah, he threw it down in there real good. Actually, it like almost hooked the apron and gave him kind of a boost. See, Gary Sexton's still out front. Moore's behind him, and Grosser's now pulled up to his back bumper and is getting ready to put some pressure on him. This time around, we're going to hit halfway. On board with the 36. He's trying to wind into 21. You can hear him working the throttle. And we're going to come back to the start-finish line here, and Gary Sexton's going to lead halfway. 50 in, 50 to go.
Well, you know, the first 50, they've been exciting, so let's see if these guys can keep this excitement going on, and maybe even a couple more good battles. Hopefully no more heated tempers, but it's short track racing.
See old Womack here giving the cross up to the 38. They're going to come off turn 4, touching door handles. '14 gets loose.
You know, the action's heating up behind those guys too. The GOAT Shepherd's gonna start working over Judd Danielson right now.
Now we got good racing all over the track. This track kind of seems like you can get in a single file line, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been to some Phoenix and watched some Phoenix races where they all get in their own lines, and it kind of gets boring once they're 20 laps into a run, but these guys are still spread throughout the track in little 3-car packs and battling each other like it's the last lap. See, Shepard's on the outside of Danielson, and he's trying to take that spot away.
Yeah, and then JP's gonna try to throw it in under him and keep it 3 wide there.
Oh, Danielson's loose. He's gonna be able to save it.
It looked like Shepard may have gave him just a tiny little bump there. You know, we joke and we call the GOAT net code. I don't know if there was a little bit of net code issues there, but
I don't know. I just hopped on board. It's close. See here going to the 3. He's going to throw it down in there. Yeah, it barely. I mean, that was barely a touch. He did get into the quarter a little bit, and Judd Danielson did a good job holding that, collecting that up.
yeah, you can tell though the car ain't handling right because Judd just got super loose again. He held it up, and that's going to drop him back to Dingman.
You were saying that, we've seen Grosser get loose coming out of 4 and have his car sideways. He collected it back up. Going to hang out in that top 5 spot. On board with your leader here as he's starting to get some pressure from Moore. Moore dip down in the dog leg here a little bit. First through 5th, pretty spread out. Vern Woodard's in 6th. Looks like Womack's getting ready to put some pressure on him, followed by teammate Shepard Penuel. Carson Bowers worked his way back up into that 8th spot. Or the 8 cars worked its way back up to the 10th spot, I guess I should say. Looks like some guys are really starting to fight tight conditions, especially when they're coming off the floor, so these tires are getting some pretty solid wear into them.
Yeah, I was just starting to think to myself when we're going to see some green flag pit stops if we stay green. I'd say about everybody but maybe 3 cars are hoping for a caution to come down.
Yeah, Gary Sexton ran a 27.496, and his best lap is a 26.7. So, not quite a full second off, but it's definitely becoming a handful for some guys.
And Dave Downey, he's about to go a lap down, so I know he's praying for a caution.
Yep, he's showing last place in 15th. Did lead a lap earlier in the race. He stayed out under caution and tried to pick up some track position, and then the tires just wasn't able to hold on the restart.
Yeah, and I mean, Gary, he had some pressure, but now he's checking back out. E. Moore's coming down. William in the 21 is going to be the first car to start the green flag pit stops.
Giving up that second position. Led 24 laps earlier in the race, and see if everybody starts following here. And they are. 13's coming down. 20's coming down behind him.
Well, I know Gary, he had to almost foul down. He couldn't stay out too long and allow William to get those new tires and make up that time.
That gives the lead to Justin Grosser, who led that last lap, so he's going to lead a lap here at Phoenix.
Looks like Dustin the Goat Shepherd came down too.
Little bit of
Judd Danielson, Ray Richer, and Dingman, they're all on pit lane too. Tiny Horse, Vern, JP. Yeah, we're bringing the whole field down.
Let me see Jesse Womack peeling off. Grosser still out there going. See if he peels off this next lap.
Well, you know, Grosser has nothing really to lose here tonight, so he may try to stay out, pray for a caution, and put a bunch of people a lap down.
Yeah, Dave Downey hasn't pitted yet. Carson Bowers. I don't show that he pitted yet, as you can see the cars who did pit kind of blowing by him there. They can see how the new tires are working versus the old. It's like maybe he's going to dip off here and come get some tires as Grosser shakes his head no at pit lane again. .25 has not pitted yet.
And we're down to 30 to go, so he's going to have to dive off soon here.
still going, and I'm showing currently he has. There's only 2 cars on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, but Nicholas Sacco, he's about to get himself back on the lead lap just by running hard. And then you got William E. Moore and Gary Sexton not too far back. But Sexton's running Moore pretty hard. He wants that second spot back after the guys come down to pit.
The 20 car now working on the 36 to get his lap back. Looks like through the green flag pit stop so far, at 20 cars. Jump the spot. Once we cycle through here, should hold the lead, but Grosser's still out there going for it. I don't know what the fuel run is, but obviously the Moore came in because it was just getting too hard to handle. Because Grosser's been out there quite a few more laps. Actually, he's been out there 12 more laps than the rest of the field after the first person pitted.
Well, don't forget Grosser. He's like a magician when it comes to saving fuel. I mean, he's been one of those guys over there at the Shut Up and Race League who can save fuel about it with the best of them.
Let's run a lap with the 36. And you'll see how often he's letting off. And here he is going through the dog leg. And he's been one of the drivers that hasn't went through the dog leg, the actual low part yet. But you see he's off the throttle forever here. At the start and finish line and going down in here to 1.
Yeah, how about that? He's almost getting that car down to 5,500 RPMs.
Yeah, his last lap was a 26, I take that back, a 27.8. And Sacco was a 27, almost flat. So, 0.8 of a second, he's losing a lap. There he gets real tight and takes it to the wall there. And then we'll hop on board with the 20 car, and you'll see how much more in the throttle he's in. Yeah, he's into the throttle way early there compared to the 36. Stays in it pretty deep, and then it'll start picking it up right here, real early. There's your difference between new tires and old tires in 0.8 of a second. But Grosser's still in first. And still has quite a few cars, still a lap down.
Yeah, kind of scary to think about it when we only have 4 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of them things that everybody has their own strategy, and this is his strategy right now. And I mean, if a caution comes out, he looks brilliant.
And Tiny Horse, he just got his lap back there from Grosser, and it looks like Shepard's going to come and take it back from him too.
So slowly cars are getting themselves back on the lead lap here.
You know, though, I'm looking at this right now, and I know I'm not the greatest with math, but if he can keep it within 0.8 of a second and has enough fuel, he should be about a half a lap ahead of Nicholas Sacco when this all plays out. Oh, and the caution's out!
Well, that played into somebody. That played into his hands. They're going to pin a ton of cars a lap down here, but I did not see where the caution vehicle, the machine that caused the caution was. Might have been Dave Downey because he jumped onto pit road really quick. If I can get a look. And Downey was just due for a pit stop, so I think he just dipped off pit road down to pit road. Nothing he did caused the caution. So I don't know. Somebody threw some roll bar padding out somewhere.
Ah, the good old Robbie Gordon.
You better check Grosser's car whenever he gets in there. Make sure he's got all of his water bottles or whatever he started with.
Well, I may or may not have handed him a spare piece of roll bar padding tonight.
He should have threw it out when he got everybody but another car lapped down, though. He was a little late on that. But yeah, I have no clue where that caution came out or why. I ran through the field and didn't find anything.
Oh! The 13 missed his pit stall heavily. And everybody came down on the lead lap. Grosser should be able to hold the spot.
That's going to cost the 13 a lot of positions, as he just got service and now he's rolling off. So we're down to 17 laps to go. And the field's going to be stacked up with fresh tires, so going to make an exciting ending the way this whole race has been going. Here's your top 10 on the screen, and it looks like Moore got out of the pits before Grosser did. Shepard's moved himself up into third. Sacco in fourth. Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson in fifth. JP's in sixth. Gary Sexton in 13. Slash 88's in 7th. AJ's in 8th. Judd Danielson's in 9th. And Ray Richards showing in that 10 spot. So here we go. Cars that got caught a lap down is Womack, Woodard, Downey, and Bowers is 2 laps down. And as my scoring resets, I believe there's actually more than that. So a whole bunch of guys trying to catch the tail end of the field here as we're doubled up getting ready to go.
And this is going to turn into a 13-lap shootout. Everybody's got 4 fresh Goodyears on that car. Car's topped back up. They're going to be battling hard. Oh, and Shepard gives them a little bump and they get a huge jump. Looks like Womack spins the tires, holds up the back of the inside line.
Out front, Moore jumps to that lead. Grosser's in hot pursuit. The Goat Shepherd in 89. Behind him as the 20 throws it in there. It's looking to take away that third spot and does. And looks like Tiny Horse wants to take it away. Take another spot away from the 89. He's battling on the inside.
Grocer's all over the rear bumper of William. But here comes Sacco to the rear bumper of Grocer. Oh, JP sliding her up. He gathers it up.
Top 4 nose to tail.
Looked like Shepard bounces it off the wall. He gathers it up.
Bowers jumps to the outside of him. They're door to door coming out of 2. 13th throws it in deep in the dog leg, and he's got a head full of steam heading into 3. And he's down on the apron trying to make that big run on the inside, going down the front stretch. Womack gets loose, and he's going to slide up and lose some positions. He's lapped down. Fighting for that lucky dog spot. Vern Woodard's sitting in it right now. And Womack's on his outside fighting for it as we get ready to hit 10 to go. You see the 13 car closing up on Shepard, and he's going to get to the inside of him here. Going to the dog leg.
Grocer spins it going into the dog leg. He's coming back up into traffic. What a tough break for him.
Gets it loaded up so he don't get into traffic, but it was close. Here you see it. Tags the wall on the outside and looses it to the inside and just gets loaded up as the field went by. And I'll tell you, Woodard probably thought his night was over there. And we'll hop on board with Woodard. You see Grosser hit the wall, he's sliding to the inside, then he moves back up and just misses the action. But Woodard, he pulled the old let off the throttle and hope. And lots of cars faking the pit road, and like Shepard's gonna go down it. So we got 9 to go here, and we're under caution with number 5. Vern Woodard, 13, is going to take his lucky dog and get himself back here on the lead lap, where I pretty much think anything can happen. So, I'm going to have about 6 to go. Green flag comes out.
Can we pull our leader up real quick?
Yeah. You want to grab him?
User was moved to your channel.
William E. Moore, this is Taz and JC. You got a copy?
Oh yeah, I got you here.
Hey buddy, looking pretty strong after that pit stop there. You got what it takes to hold off the 20?
Yeah, I sure hope so. It's just going to come down to a good restart here. It's got to keep the tires under us. They are kind of old on the left side. So we'll see. We're going to let her eat here.
Alright buddy. I just wanted to get a quick talk with you and see what you were thinking before we go back to green.
All right, man. You guys have a good one.
No problem. What room were you in again, buddy?
I believe it was in pit 2. It's with Ray Richer in them.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks.
User was moved out of your
I
channel.
thought he was in that room. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I like throwing people to the wrong room. So we're going to get the pace lights out, and we're going to get the green with 5 to go.
And Moore's going to have Sacco to the outside, Tiny Horse to the inside. And then we got Gary Sexton, who's just been on a rail tonight, sitting fourth. So this is going to get pretty exciting. Going to come down to a 4-lap shootout.
Watching the GameWorks Phoenix 100, and we're getting ready to go green here with 5 to go.
Yeah, it's definitely go time right now.
Pace car's going to dip off, and Moore's going to bring him to the stripe. 35 laps led tonight. 20 car on his outside. Hasn't led a lap yet, but he's been up there. Green flag's out.
Oh, and Sexton thought about throwing it in there and making it 3 wide for second.
Down in the dog leg, 38 gets a little bump from behind there, like going into the turn. And gets loose, collected up. 13 gets really loose. And he's going to lose a position. Maybe 2 as the 25 jumps to his outside. Down the back stretch we go into the dog leg. Coming back to the stripe. 3 to go. Moore's looking pretty strong, hitting his marks out there. It's going to be hard to pass, but the 20's doing everything he can to get to his outside. Like the 38's going to sit back and see what transpires here.
Yeah, right now Tiny Horse, he's spraying. Sacco lays the bumper on him and it gathers both those two up and he can just sneak by. Or in the words of Tiny Horse, just smoosh it in there and take the lead.
Coming back in stripe here. White flag's in the air. William Moore has it. Saga wants it.
Sacco gets a good run down the front stretch. I was thinking he was going to try to throw it deep, sell it cheap.
Last lap, heading off into turn 3. See if the 20 can get to his back bumper here, coming off of 4. Moore holds a nice tight line to the bottom. Nothing really the 20 can do, and Moore's going to take the checkered flag. Sacco second. Tiny Horse Johnson was going to roll in third.
With Justin Penuel, he's going to come in fourth. Gary Sexton fifth. The GOAT sixth. AJ Brissetti is going to take seventh. Grosser fights back to eighth.
Yeah, Woodard finishes ninth, and Danielson finishes the top 10. Just a little note there. Shepard actually stopped and took tires at this last stop and worked his way up to 6th. Now, we was watching the leaders, but he had to be doing some work. So William Moore takes the victory here. GameWorks at Phoenix, and led 41 laps. Pretty dominant, almost leading half the ring, short of it. What a good race it was tonight. So let's pull up our third place finisher of Tiny Horse.
Here he comes.
Moore's
User
burning
was
him.
moved to your channel.
Moore's burning him down.
Hey, Tiny Horse, this is JC and Taz up here in the booth.
Yeah, I got you guys.
And you just kind of
Hey.
hung in there all night.
Yeah, we kind of got shuffled back there for a while and definitely had our work cut out for us, but that long green flag run helped us out. We were able to get back up there, and that last caution bunched us all back up. Came home with third.
Yeah, man, there were battles going on everywhere for a while there. You were battling with the teammates pretty hard right in the beginning. Definitely loose conditions all over, man. It just, you held on to it to bring her in barely in third.
Yeah, me and Jesse definitely had a good battle going on for a while. I wasn't giving it. We were going, having fun. Cars were very, very loose, but it was a fun race.
It seemed like they was like loose off or tight off coming off 2 and then loose off of 4. We've seen a lot of people having trouble off of 4.
It definitely seemed to be tight through the middle and then loose off, and I think that's what everyone's problem was. But yeah.
Oh, good night. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Taz Motorsports, What Is Designs, the GameWorks, Chris, Checkered Flag Network. You guys do a great job.
All right, we appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you here in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Have a good week.
You too.
User was moved out of your channel.
Alright, I've been looking for Sacco and I cannot find him anywhere.
No, I do not see. Have William jump up in.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, William, this is JC and Taz in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey guys, yeah, how's it going?
Oh, it's going, man. We just talked to you here before that last big restart, and looked good. Looked like he was able to hold your marks, and led 41 laps tonight, so he's pretty dominant up there, and good all-around run for you.
Yeah, it all fell in line there. I was pretty concerned, especially with Nick there. You know, Nick's he's fast, man. So I was just was really worried about him coming up through there, but I just figured if I held the bottom, I was really just wanted to stay on the yellow line all night, and seems like nobody could get around me there. So that's the way we went forward, and it worked out.
Yeah, I was thinking there on that last lap that Sacco may have tried to throw it in deep, give you a little nudge and try to loosen you up and drive around you, but he definitely couldn't get to the rear bumper on you.
Yeah, I was watching the relative here. I was hoping if I could get about 2/10 on him out of the corner, I'd have enough to where he couldn't drive it deep enough to where he could make the corner himself. So once we got up there, we got the Legacy Ford up there for the win.
Yeah, you look good all night. Any sponsors you want to thank this week?
Yeah, I just want to thank Abruzzi for everything that they do for iRacing. Bobby Dell Earnhardt Legacy Sports Team. Everybody out there that helps and makes everybody faster. And everybody that's watching out there. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Well, yeah, you have a good week and enjoy the win.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yep, take care.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, that was your winner, William Moore. 41 laps led. Pretty dominant car tonight. As you heard, he kept it hung on the bottom, and here at Phoenix, it's a good thing to be able to do. Make the guys have to work real hard and wear themselves out trying to get around you. So your results are here on the screen. Kind of had a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, strategy, good door-to-door racing, a little bit of bump and runs, had tempers flaring. I mean, it was everything tonight.
Yeah, race summary. 5 lead changes. It felt like more than that, but that's the official stat. 5 cautions. Nobody with big damage to where it knocked him out of the race, so that's always a good thing. A little bit of door banging action, a little bit of tempers flare, yeah, everything here at Phoenix tonight. So, next broadcast is going to be the Somo series. Wednesday night, 8:45 on air, and that's going to be at the Monster Mile. See if old Miles the Monster could chew up some Somo cars Wednesday night.
I'm sure Miles is going to have a buffet with those guys.
Yeah. Always a fun track to watch. Whoever can keep the tires on the car usually is pretty successful at that joint.
Yeah, talking to a lot of those guys over there, it sounds like half the field is just giddy as all can be to head there, so that should be some really good racing with all the positive vibes from the drivers.
Yep, so we'll look forward to seeing you at 8:45 on Wednesday. Our next broadcast, and everybody have a good week. Stay safe.
Stay safe. If your state is open back up, just keep in mind, that I don't think this is over yet. It is nice to have things open back up, get out of the house, but still try to keep your distance from others, keep yourself into small groups, and just keep yourself safe.
Yep, we look forward to seeing you Wednesday night, and everybody have a good week, and take care.